Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole from Made from Scrap, and I'm going to be running through the What's Cooking paper line that is exclusively available from countrycraftcreations.com. As you can see here, it's 24 sheets of paper. It comes with each design, 3 of each design, and all of those papers are double-sided. So it's a really good deal, and this is a paper that is cotton linen type of paper, so it is really nice to work with, and the feeling of it is very smooth. It's easy to cut, fold, burnish, all of that. And you need to order the paper and cut into it, so it is gorgeous, but you can do it. This line right here is basically, as you can see, the yellows, the teals, the seafoam green type of color, and pinks really plays up on that. And then you have that pop of red in there, but it is that retro theme, and it does come with cut-aparts. So there's on the bottom of the cover sheet, you have the smaller versions that shows you all those cut-aparts, and then I will show you the actual cut-apart sheet in a minute. So here is the first sheet. You can see that it has the old-time retro kitchen on it. It has some recipe cards and mittens in there, and the gorgeous lady that's carrying with her some baked goods and a recipe box. So there's already a lot of tutorials up on Tamara's from Tamara's design team, so I encourage you to run over there, check out all the design team members and their YouTube channels, and find a tutorial that might be right for you to follow. So this is the back side of that sheet. You see the diamonds are played up, and again, these are the greens, the seafoam green, which is just really pretty. Okay, next sheet, you have the stars and polka dots, and you can see on these polka dots that there's like a textured. And then on the back side, you have the kitchen. They're sitting down and doing some baking with your girl or baking with your grandchildren. And this has the mixing bowl and the hand mixer, and look at all those cute cherries in there. So 3 sheets of that. The next one is this green and red and pop. She's handing out some cupcakes that she's made. You've got the flour and salt and sugar containers here with the measuring spoons. And then on the back side of that, you have this really cool patterns. And you can kind of see here with the texture. This texture runs throughout on some of those polka dots. You have that texture. It's really cool, like a weave on there. 3 sheets of that, and look at this gorgeous paper with the cherry pies. And it looks like this is old cover from a canister, and I just look forward to inking the edges on some of my papers for this. But this cherry pie is gorgeous. And then on the back side of that page, you have the play on with the cherries. So this reminds me of some wallpaper in my grandmother's house. Next sheet, you have the birthday cake. So wouldn't this be great for some cards? You got the measuring spoons, you got the icing, that yellow in the background really lets all of those things pop off the page. You can do some fussy cutting if you'd like for that. This would be great on a card, I think. And then you have the yellow gingham on the back side of that one. Then you have this pink background with the retro refrigerator and the bowls, and the young lady who is happy as a lark, and she's drinking her coffee, or maybe she's drinking some early mid-morning tea. And then on the back side of that, you have the pink design, floral design. Kind of looks like doilies to me, crocheted, macrame maybe. You have the picnic style paper, so this would be cute to me. That's what that reminds me of. And then you have that in the background here with those metal measuring spoons and your recipe album cover. So you have some Betsy cooker here. Those old mixing stands that have really made a comeback. You can get them in almost any color, I think, now. And then you have this yellow. Again, reminds me of a retro wallpaper, but it's not really cool. You have the ball mason jars, Pyrex bowls on there, some timer and scale. And then you have what you think is another gingham sheet, and you can use it that way, but this is the cut-aparts as well. So these cut-aparts are just gorgeous. Just running through them so you can see them quickly. You can fussy cut them. You can use your brother's Canon cut if you have one. But this is really, really pretty paper. And I hope you've enjoyed that. I will see you back here real soon with the next project. Here's the album. It's a 9x9 album, and it has a 2-inch spine. I've just simply put one of the pages on the front. The spine has the cherries with the stripes, and then the back is the gingham, yellow gingham. And then I've put some corner filigree pieces on here to dress it up just a little bit. I'm probably going to do something else decorative on the front cover, but I wanted to go ahead and do this walkthrough. So inside the book you have the waterfall on the left hand side cover, and then you have a pocket here. I've used some cork page from my stash, and then I've created a couple of tags. The base of the project is made with black artisan cardstock, and then I've put in some white artisan cardstock as well. So you can see here this beautiful cherry pie paper that's here, and then this is magnetic closure right here. So you have your waterfall, and then you have the waterfall opens up to the left, and you have again a good space for photographs here. So I've made a couple of bookmarks, and I've done some fussy cutting of some of those elements that are included in the paper collection. And then here on the right hand side you have the flips that flip open. And I wanted to show you that I picked up a book from a secondhand shop, and what I did, it was a cookbook, and I just ripped out some of the pages. So I got this book for basically a junk journal, and I decided to use some of that paper in here as well for decoration. So I have these flaps, and I've also located some, I've allowed for an area for some tuck spots by doing the fussy cutting. And then these are also those flip pages. So they open up. This one opens up this way. And then you can see I've used just another one of these cut aparts for a flip, and this is a belly band. They all have the pull-outs, full-size pull-outs, so you can put more photographs there, or recipes if you'd like. Now here's the first pop-up page. So I've created a little scene here with the lady behind the stove, and she's holding all her baking goods there, and then I cut out this little cut apart that says baked with love. And then I have used one of my punches for these corner pieces, but you could also cut them and put them on, and it's just kind of retro to me, so I left some space underneath them so that I could tuck in a photograph. And these pop-up parts are included in the tutorial that I did. So just take a look at my channel and you can see the walkthrough of that. So on this next flap, I've used a couple of my dies just to make a couple of photo spots. And then I've used a couple of little pieces of bling. from my stash. And again, some of this cut apart so that you can stick something underneath. The next page is another pop-up. So as I flip this, you're going to see this moves a bit. So I created this background file. I fussy cut out those measuring spoons, and then I used the tip of my poker tool, this, with the sponge-like material to just make sure to rub like this, like you do your flowers, in order to get that cupped type of paper element. So, and then I've used a couple more of the cut aparts here and here. And again, this is part of the tutorial, so you see that that moves. And this was to mimic what I did in the Country Bunny, with the Country Bunny collection of Country Craft Creations, where I did the Mr. McGregor's garden. So we'll flip over the page here, and this is the way I use the paper elements. The thing that I did do different here is that from the Country Bunny collection, is that I created a pocket on this page. I wanted some additional area to put some recipes in, so that's what I did there. And then the next page is this one, where I just went ahead and used a small little paper clip here to hold on another fussy cut element so I can use it as a tag. And then I have the seam binding that we have this that opens up, and then this opens up, and then this flap opens up again. And so you have a lot of space there for photographs. And then you have this magnetic closure here, and on the back side you have all of these waterfall locations that you can put some of your lovely pictures. Okay, let's close this up real quick. And then on this right hand side is our next pop-up page. So I've done a fussy cutting here, I've done some fussy cutting here, and then I used a die that I had. So I created this that I thought looked like a tablecloth, so it's magnetic, but I can pull it out and that pops up, and that's the top of your table. And of course you have maybe some dirty dishes or something like that, but I thought it was cute. You have some recipes here with your mittens, your cooking mittens. So there's plenty of space that you can put additional photographs if you like, or just leave this as a pretty cool feature. And then it flips up, and you have some kind of hidden area for some journaling. Perhaps you're celebrating a birthday or something. So that's that page. And then on the last, on the front of the fourth page and the back of the third one, again, I just cut out from that book that I had. So pull out things from your stash and try to figure out different ways of using them. This is that overlapping double pocket. So there's lots of space for things to go in here. You can see. So that's good, and then I just fussy cut that out. Flip the page, you have a really big open space I just love this paper, but open space for some photographs or some journaling if you'd like. And then you have on the back cover another small pocket, and I just created a couple of tags. And then you also have another waterfall that also flips out. And that is my book. I did just grab this light pink piece of paper from my stash, and then I embossed it in order to add to the collection there. And that's the back side of the book. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure to check out my tutorial on the pop-up album, and I look forward to seeing your creations soon. Happy crafting! Bye!